Hi there hoopsters! Today we've got a little bit of a project going on in the back garden. I'll give you a quick tour of the back garden so you can see what we've got going on, but we've got something special inside this box. Let's get started. So this is our back garden. We've got AstroTurf. It's washing day as well, it's a good windy day for washing. Got a little bit of a herb garden going on, and unfortunately the last set of winds that we just had has destroyed it. And if I go up here, this is a fern that keeps coming back every year. Yeah, our plants are a little bit dead. What's that? Oh, I've got a windmill going on here. Don't know when that came in. And we've got some raspberry bushes, but I think that the wind has attacked them too. So this is our secret project. It is the Lazy Spa hot tub. It is the Vegas one. There is a lot of different sizes and different shapes of ones, but Catherine spotted this one and thought it was from Argos. It was £300 off, and I think Abigail's a little bit excited. Right, so we've got everything out of the box now. So we've got, this is the main hot tub. I think this is the lid. This is the main pump. There's a filter. There's a filter in there, that's the filter housing. There's a couple of caps. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It could be another filter. And this is the main pump. These are the instructions, some special instructions if you've got one of these brands. We've got the Vegas, so we don't have that first step. So I'm guessing that that first step is a bed. So as we haven't got it included in our kit, Catherine's also bought the official Lazy Spa, mat. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the play mats underneath the floor protector. So the Easy Spa kit mat comes together quite simply by just pushing the foam bits together like this. And obviously it is the size that you need for your Lazy Spa. It is, if we zoom out there, it is round, it is got 9 pieces in it. Abigail's just finishing it off there, but I will say that I think that it is a little bit flimsy. It's only about sort of 5mm thick, and that is the reason why I've got these play mats which are about 10mm thick. So if we do this together, we should have double the comfort. Abigail's fell asleep. Right, so we've got it into position. We've got the matting on the floor. The next stage is to unroll the big hot tub inflatable. On this next step, we have to plug in the air hose into the pump. So let's attach that in there, twist that on. Right, now because we've got the Vegas version, we've got a little adapter, where is it? Here it is, to put in before we can blow it up. Now if you see there's 2 hoses here, there's another hose here, but there is another fourth hose down here. So that's where we're blowing it up. This should be as easy as putting the hose in there and turning on the pump. So to inflate it, so I've got my hose attached to the connector. We just need to press the button to turn it on to inflate, but according to the instructions it doesn't work. But if you hold your finger over the on button, even though there's already lights there, you then press the right. As you can probably hear, it is on. I was a little bit concerned that there's a lot of air coming out of the hose at the front, but it seems to be inflating, so that's a good thing. So we've put in this little put the cap back on to tighten it all up so that the air doesn't escape. It only took literally a couple of minutes to inflate, and I don't know if you can see there, it is very, very solid and looks quite good. The next part is the lid. So the lid, you've got to put this lid down. Like so. You get the inflatable liner. It goes inside. So you connect the hose with the other nozzle into this inlet, and then you press the bubbles again. As you can see, we've got it fully inflated now. We've got the lid just back over there. Now, this is the bit where I thought we were missing a hose, but actually now that I've read the instructions, it makes sense. So what you've got to do, you unconnect the hose that we've used for blowing all the air in. Simple as this. Then attach the machine to the actual hot tub. Right, so as you can see, we've got those hoses all connected up. We've put them in nice and tight. Now before we start filling up the hot tub with water, we've got to climb on in. So inside we've got two nozzles. We've got the bottom one is the outward for the cold water's going back into the pump, and it comes back out through the top. So it should come out warmer at the top. So we've got to pull these caps off. Quick twist and that'll make it easier. And the bottom one, you actually put a filter on it. So this filter screws onto the bottom one, like so. Make sure that's all on tight. And now it's time to fill it up with water. Right, so I've done a little adjustment. We've moved it a little bit further away from the garage door so we can open the garage door. Once this thing is filled, it is not going to be easily moved. Obviously you've now got the pump connected to it, which is quite heavy, and we're just now starting to fill it up with water. I've got a feeling it's going to take a while. I've got a little dribble in there at the moment, and it's not even covered the bottom, so we're just going to have to leave it go on. Right, now that our spa is nearly full, I think it's best time that we actually look at the chemicals that go in it. We've bought this clear water spa starter kit, which comes with chlorine granules, pH+, pH-, foam reducer and test strips. Now when you've got a hot tub outside, you need to keep on top of the chemicals to make sure that the bacteria and the cleanliness of the water is good for use. The chlorine helps reduce the bacteria and any viruses that could be potentially in the water. pH+ and pH- is for keeping the alkaline level correct. Foam reducer or foam remover is for if there's any oils or contaminants on that could be on from like suntan cream or whatever, and if you've got the spa going, you're getting up with bubbles and it's like a bit of a dirty scummy foam. And the test strips are to make sure that all the above levels are correct. So to start off your spa, you need to put in some chlorine. The starter kit comes with a instruction sheet, and basically this is essentially all the information you need for this lazy spa. And as we've got the Vegas, we need to start off with 3 teaspoons of chlorine. How long do I have to wait before using my spa? 24 hours. While the spa is heating up, what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid back on so that the temperature can be maintained. Right, so we've had this on for 24 hours now, and we've had a temperature of, what's that, 36 degrees. It's been going all night long. There is a slight hum from the pump, I don't know if you can hear that. But now it is time for doing some dip tests. You dip test strip and you put it into the water like so, and then that'll change colour. So it's changing colour, and you then hold it against this. So for example, the spot to be okay, it's got to be around that colour, so that's spot on. For the pH level, where are we at? We're about there, so that's still within the okay level. Alright, and the last bit we have got, maybe it's a little bit on the low, it's in between the two, I would say, but it's still, now I have heard that if it is low on the pH it can be bad for the pump. So okay, I think it's ready to be used. Right, so I've had the hot tub now for a couple of weeks. We've been sort of testing it out on a daily basis. The kids absolutely love it, they're in and out all the time, which is good, but it also means that there's a lot of maintenance to be doing to it. We've had to be keeping a top up on the chlorine. We've been using the powdered chlorine granules that came with the startup kit that we bought, and we've had to put in at least a teaspoonful a day. When you first get the lazy spa and you start to have lots of friends around, and if they've got kids and they're in and out of the pool and they're sort of just getting lots of grime into it, realistically I would say that you're probably going to have to put 2 or 3 teaspoons of the granules in, and we have had to be constantly changing that filter. The filter we've been changing on a daily basis. We have sort of been given a tip that you can hose off a lot of the grime and you can sort of try and sort of clean it out. So we're not getting a brand new filter every time, but it does take a lot of maintenance. Since we've set it up, we've also had quite a lot of our friends getting one as well. I think this is the summer buy for 2018. So get yourself a lazy spa. This is the Vegas, and there are other options available, but I think ours is an entry level. You can get them with, they've got LEDs in it without this sort of fake swimming pool tile print going on there. So I think there's just one thing left to do, and that's put the bubbles on. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and comment down below if you're going to get a lazy spa, or if you've got any top tips about your lazy spa.